All right, everybody. Hey, guys, it's RodimusPrimal. I'm here, and we are live. So what is going on, everyone? So if you guys are starting to notice already, the layout is a little bit different. I wanted to talk about, do some, to obviously talk Transformers tonight, but my office is a little bit laid out differently. I still got to clean this mess over here, and I've got shelving now over here, and I'll show you guys that Optimus Prime when he is completed. And I got a new toy. This table is going to be used for toy reviews, because the computer used to be over here, and it was facing this way, and I would always have the camera facing the comic books and everything that you can see like behind me, So like the office, I rearranged the office a little bit. I literally been spending the whole week like cleaning this place, because now that what you actually see in those bins is my Transformers collection. Most of it. There's like 2 or 3 more bins that are full that I have in the storage room, and I have another one in the closet. So I wanted to like actually talk about that stuff and let you guys know what's going on. I haven't done much talking, but I did want to like just kind of like touch base with you guys, and then I'll start answering some of your guys' questions and stuff. Oh, before I just to do a little house cleaning, as Bobby Skullface would say, Crimson Raptors. I don't know if he is on the stream right now, but he was kind enough to send me the Rainmakers. So, and I have Hot Link as well. All I need is Red Wing, and I've literally got the Power Rangers of the Seekers. I would love to like actually post like have all 5 of them, Red Wing and these, these 3, Red Wing, Hot Link, and those 3 like set up like do like a pose like the the Power Rangers, and it would be really, really cool. So it was really neat that like he was willing to do so, and I thought that was really kind of him. So and I do get like I do have like a post office box, which is on my about page. So but just like I said, I'm just going through some house cleaning. Oh, and HNE Games, he also sent me Earthrise RC. So I have him, and I was really glad to get him as well, or her. I was glad he sent me her. That's what I mean. So I was very happy to get Earthrise RC, and it's funny too because I you want me to unbox her like live, because I've got Takara Legends. Let's get this in, because trying to get her in like where she's not like looking all weird. But this is Takara Legends. That is my mistake. I was trying to talk about H&E Games that he sent me RC. He sent me Earthrise RC. And so, but yeah, this is like what the office looks like now, and it's obviously a lot better, but I still have this, like I said, I still have this mess to clean. So, but Acid Storm would be sweet with a classics paint job. Oh yeah. Speaking of, I actually have classics Acid Rain. So but I just figured I would jump on and try to start answering some of your guys' questions, and I'll try to keep up with it as much as I can. So what's going on, Kato? Kato's my man right here. He's one of the Rejecticons, and I'll give a shout out to all of them: Sardo, Larkin's Lair, Inutabi, and of course Kato. Inutabi, Sardo, Larkin's Lair, and of course you got Bacon, who is in charge of T-Formers, who's also awesome. And Brandon Charlie, if I ever get her in store, I'll get her for my daughter. Only have Airway from Target. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I haven't opened her, so I can't give you like an honest opinion. But from what everyone's been telling me about Earthrise RC is that she's really, really good as a toy. Do I have or plan on getting Skylinks? I would love to get Skylinks. I would love to get Skylinks, but unfortunately, he's $80 right now, and $80 has to pay the rent. So, or pay for diapers and stuff. So it's a little bit. I've been trying. My wallet has been feeling it because I want to spend money on toys. But Skylinks is out there. Do I think that Rodimus Prime is Rodimus reincarnated or manifested? No, I think that it's kind of a coincidence that he looks similar. There are elements of Rodimus Prime, in my opinion, that look like parts of Rodimus Prime that look like Primus, and part of him that looks like Optimus Prime, and that is on purpose because Ron Friedman, when he created Rodimus Prime, he created him with the idea that Optimus Prime was kind of incarnating Hot Rod, and that's why he's Rodimus Prime, Optimus Prime. That's kind of like the idea, was that Optimus will never die. At least that was his initial idea. It didn't actually turn out that way, but that was the initial concept. How's it going there, Jordan? First time you're catching one of the live streams. Good to see you here. Vanix Gamma says, who's my favorite? Rodimus Prime is my favorite character. Optimus has to be perfect, in my opinion, in order for Rodimus Prime to make sense. Because Rodimus Prime has self-doubt. He's going through life and he doesn't feel right, if that makes any sense. And that's why he's my favorite character, because he's relatable. Whereas Optimus Prime, you put him on a pedestal like Superman. So, does MP52 Starscream have waist swivel? I've only seen images on my phone. I haven't actually sat back and examined the toy, like what it looks like. And I know a lot of people are. So Tim Rice wants me to take out Earthrise RC, like live on stream. I don't see that the stream is frozen. What's going on? Fire Brothers. I couldn't be. My brother couldn't be here because he is currently in the airport getting picked up by my old man. Yeah. Transformers would have made a good Star Wars movie. Well, the 1986 movie was kind of based on Star Wars. Skylinks does look amazing. Do I think I would sell honestly, there are figures that I would not mind selling. I have like the Unicron trilogy stuff and the classics and universe stuff that's like being replaced with better stuff out of Siege and Earthrise. Yeah, definitely. Say some stuff about Shockwave. Shockwave, you cannot get out. I can now. Do you remember me? I was in one of the live streams a while ago. You probably don't. King Ekrib? Or Ekirb? Let's see. Trying to catch up with everybody. Ba weep grog na weep nudibong. Grog weep na ba weep grog na weep nudibong. It's the universal greeting. Going there, Starscream goes. Do I think they should make novels of G1 events such as the 1986 movie and add deleted scenes? Well, that's kind of like it's kind of mundane at this point. Favorite female Transformer? I love G1 cartoon RC. I like Windblade. And I like Moonracer. So those would be like, you know, and I really dig Nightbird, which I put her away? Yeah, I put her away. So Fire Brother says he usually pays people to say that. Good one. You end up selling figures that have less nostalgia to pick up ones that I have more. You know what it is that like, I mean, I have like a lot of Unicron trilogy stuff. I have like a lot of Beast War stuff, robots. I try to be a completionist with Robots in Disguise. And, what's it call it? Like, I think they came out with another Scourge, and I think it was Bludgeon. I think it was like the repaints or whatever, that ended up getting, but yeah. I thought you said they would reciprocate. Any characters I hope will be in the Kingdom line? Pterosaur. I think Scorponok is going to be there. I really hope to see Trax, Gears. I really want to get those. Huffer. As much as I don't like Huffer as a character, it's kind of like I want that full 1984 line. You know what I mean? Let's see here. Will they make a Masterpiece Devastator? You never know. Never say never. What's my favorite Rodimus? G1 cartoon. Just, you know, and I think that his, I think that he could have not been treated as poorly as he did. Like, a lot of people like really hate the guy. And I lost. Okay, where is everybody? I'm trying to get down like the chat. Your move, computer. Yeah, I moved the computer. The computer was here, and now it's here. And so like the office got rearranged a little bit. So like that's kind of like what's going on. I don't know what that's about. Somebody needs to make cuts of Transformers episodes stitched together and dub in the heart to heart. Huh? Oh, so well, if you guys see my hot rod, my A team, and my what was it? It was Knight Rider, A team, and Airwolf that I did intros for. I was even thinking about doing something else. Earthrise RC is a good toy, but transformation is a little fiddle factor. You figure it out. Yeah, there's a lot of things that I need to paint, and that's where it's kind of like I feel like, okay, we're I got to get somewhere. You like Black Arachnia after she joined the Maximals? I liked her on both. Like, I like the fact that she started evil and then went good. I kind of like that dynamic about the character. Let's see. Is there any other famous vehicles that you want a Transformers collaborative line? Knight Rider. Definitely Knight Rider. I would love to see Kit, and I would love to see the truck with the trailer that Kit can drive into and have that be a Transformer as well. Like, that would be awesome. That would be so cool. Has to be Beast Wars Black, best characterization for female Transformer. I like I said, I really like her character. So, love my new Skylines figure. Yeah, I would love to get it. Favorite OS G1 RC, definitely. Thank you very much for Mellow Gray. I appreciate that. Very much appreciate that. Which Kingdom figures are my most excited for? I really want that Optimus Primal. I would say Cheetor, I'm kind of like on the fence about. Beast Wars Megatron. That Beast Wars Megatron looks awesome. Straight up. I hope they reveal a Pterosaur. Personally, I really want to see a Pterosaur done. I'd say, I don't know. It's kind of hard. I'm hoping they do a lot of good characters like out of from it. You miss Rail Racer? I have a Rail Racer. It's in one of the bins. I have Rail Racer, I have Landfill, and I have Ruination. How's it going there, Killer Creep? It's up there because Prime Lanes. I have Moon Racer. She was the only femboy I wanted. Moon Racer, I loved her attitude in the original cartoon. She wasn't in it much, but she was a sharpshooter. She was just able to go ping and like it would ricochet off of something, and like she was like that, like the best sharpshooter in the galaxy. Will there be a new Transformers Blitzwing figure? I hope so. I mean, that Astro Train is great. I don't have him yet, but I saw pictures of him. Someone said they were sending them to me, and I never got it. So, do I know Rescue Bots? Of course I know Rescue Bots. My kids have watched Rescue Bots. You still want to hold on Ransack and Crumple Zone? I'm not like Unicron trilogy. It's not my thing. Guys, so found Earthrise, Optimus Prime, and Snapdragon in store. I can only take one. Which one do I pick? Prime. Definitely get Optimus Prime. Snapdragon's a great figure. I will say Snapdragon is a great figure, but I mean, here's the thing though. Optimus is going to be around for a while. Like he's going to show, like they're going to repack him in Kingdom. So I would recommend getting, Snapdragon if you can. Especially if you already have Ape Face, because Ape Face and Snapdragon go together. So, what is my favorite Rodimus? As I've said, G1 cartoon, and I would definitely say, I like the UK comics take on the character as well. And that would be my favorite two versions of Rodimus Prime. So they just released the reissue Blaster. What are the reissues coming out? Don't know. Now, here's the thing about reissues. Hasbro might not be doing reissues moving forward because they're trying to save on cost. So we might not see a lot of them in the future, but we don't know yet. And also because like my store, here's what I found out about Walmart. If you have 3 Walmarts in an area, like within an hour's drive of each other, one Walmart will stock it. Possibly. They might possibly stock it. The other 2 will not get it. And they will not carry anything above $30 for Transformers toys, which sucks. Sorry about that one. Product beware. Earthrise Megs is at least my copies on port is very tight, so tight that it broke the sword pack. Wow. That's not cool. That is not cool. I hope they fix that. One second. What's my favorite version of Starscream? G1, and then I like the characterization of Prime, and then animated would be my 3 Starscreams that I would say. Sadly, Blaster doesn't have his cassettes, unfortunately. But I have the cassettes. So if I got them, it would be good because my G1 Blaster, the door is broken, so it can't open. And what's his name? Ramhorn is stuck in cassette mode inside. So would you love to see Studio Series 86 Rodimus Prime? Yes. Absolutely. What's your favorite character from the Bumblebee movie? I really dug Shatter and Dropkick. I thought they were good as deceptive, evil Decepticons. And what's going on there? Random Black Gamer, my man. If you could choose between a Beast Wars or G1 type movie, which one would I pick? Well, honestly, here's the thing. It's a matter of bankability. So I would love to see a Beast Wars movie done, but I don't know if they can do it and make a profit because you're going to get the truck, not monkey crowd. And that doesn't just mean G1 fans. It means the younger fans who are like, I don't want an Optimus Primal. So it's a tough road to choose. Personally, I say do a Beast Wars movie and then make this, make a movie that takes place in the same universe as that Beast Wars movie, but as G1. That's what I would like to say. What do I initially think of animated? What do I think of when I first saw animated? I will admit that I didn't like the chins. That was like a thing. The chins, I was not a fan of that. But the story itself in animated is pretty good. It's a different take on Transformers for sure, but at the same time, there was a lot of fan service moments in it, so it's a lot to take in with that. Like there's every single series has its pros and cons. I want a Prime movie where Alpha Trion is like Obi-Wan and Optimus is like Anakin. I want Optimus to be more on the pedestal. Not because here's the thing about Optimus. Optimus should be like as he was as his G1 his G1 character. But I think that he should be like that Rodimus Prime should be hearing from Optimus. So like that's my personal opinion on that. And though it's kind of hard to like make that distinction. What do I feel about third-party figures? I think that they're cool. For the most part, they usually are. The thing about third-party is that there usually are Legends class or Masterpiece scale. They don't make chug third-party figures, which is why I don't collect them. Because I don't to me, it doesn't scale. Like, in other words, like if I'm going to buy the Seekers, I'm not going to get the Seekers that are, that are going to be twice the size of this. Just because of, I only have 2 shelves and lots of bins. So, and I like the toys to be able to scale with one another. So that's my, if third party did more on that, then I'd probably be more inclined to if they were releasing things that Hasbro wasn't. So, looking forward to a Walgreens exclusive Blue Streak. Oh wait, so he's a Walgreens exclusive? Oh man, that's not cool. I didn't know he was a Walgreens exclusive. Great. So I have to start searching Walgreens to find Blue Streak, right? I'm gonna have Ratchet, but what do I think is the worst Transformer? Depends upon continuity, but I don't like G1 Wheelie. Armada Sideswipe as a toy stinks. So does Armada Scavenger as a toy. Character-wise, I'm not a fan of Armada Sideswipe. Yeah. It's kind of tough, but again, it depends upon continuity. Gonna show Rise of Unicron movie. Don't know. I don't know yet. I know that they're doing 2 TV specials for Cyberverse, and I don't know where they're going with that besides the Dinobot thing. It's spam. In a fight, I depends upon what the story is telling. Mega Man, super fighting robot. Mega Man. Yup. Old school Mega Man. Is my daughter gonna sing? No, she's not home right now. So if I wanted to collect, I'm guessing you're saying G1 Transformers toys, then I will get G1 Optimus Prime Megatron. Good call. I mean, Megatron, you're gonna have a hard time getting, but cool. I want Optimus Prime to have his solo movie. I would be cool if they did a solo Prime movie. Yeah. Transformers Prime, I liked it. I think that I have problems with the backstage fiascos that happened with it. And I also didn't like the idea of the fact they could not add more characters. I wanted more characters in the show. I liked some of the storytelling. The designs on some of the robots give or take. Some of the characterizations of some of the characters I wasn't a big fan of. Even though I like the characters. Like, I like Prime, Wheeljack, and RC, but I don't see them as Wheeljack and RC. I see them as Chromia and Impactor, if that makes more sense. Or Springer. Yeah. Chromia and Springer. And we got a new member. It's MCDJ ACDC. Roll out. Man, need to get a Quintesson. Oh, yeah. That's right. The Quintessons are out there. The Quintessons apparently are on shelves. Really hope Earthrise Thrust. I want a complete set of Coneheads as well. No luck on ordering on Walmart. Walmart stinks. I want a modern Rodimus Prime toy as well. Grimlock or Predaking from TF Prime. Grimlock. Going my Sadly. Me. Can't wait for Netflix OP. Starscream is greatest Transformer. A lot of people really love Starscream. My daughter loves Starscream. Do I think Transformers and Gravity Falls, Disney Hasbro ID coming? I don't know if that would be a good. He was a good Starscream, I will say. It was a good homage, or however you want to butcher that word, to what's his name? To Chris Latta. Like, no one can really replace Chris Latta, but Tom Kenny did a pretty good job. Movie 7. I think it's going to be a reboot. I definitely think it's going to be a reboot. Those G1 Studios figures, a lot. I've seen pictures, and I'll go from there. Favorite Grimlock, G1. Favorite Transformers design depends upon the character. Hold on, where are we? Just got lost because it literally just. Okay, there it is. Willie Lane, thank you very much for the super chat. You're awesome. Where is where is the USA is best to shop for Transformers online? I use mail service to mail to Australia. Oh, so from what I understand, Entertainment Earth will ship to Australia. I don't know if Walmart will. I don't know if Amazon will either, but they should be able to ship, internationally. I know Entertainment Earth does except I think Russia. I think Russia is the only country they don't ship to. So, do I think that and everyone will G1 Astro Force set of transforming robots? I ask Fan Toys, Thomas Creator. I'm not a fan of Thomas enough to give you an answer on that one. Did I see the reviews for Hot Rod Cup and Scourge? I did see the pictures. So, but I want Hasbro to be able to give us a presentation on it. I'd rather not see it because the toys are leaked, So, any actors that I wish Transformers characters in the future, I want them to get some of the original voice talent back. If I could be a Transformer, who would I be? Rodimus Prime. Skids for me. It's Action Masters. It's all good, my man. Too many of the Seekers died in Siege Cybertron, don't you think? Well, in my opinion, they were generics. So they were able to kill off the regular foot soldiers kind of thing. Do I hope we get a Tarantulas and Pterosaur, Silverbolt? Yes on all of them. Yes on all of them. And I'm missing Michael Bell is the only Prowl. Yeah, I'd agree with that. Michael Bell is awesome as Prowl. David K is Psykill. I respect people that didn't care for it. I liked it, but I understand why people didn't like it. I think it was okay, you know, and there were things that I liked about it and things that I didn't like about it. And I know why I understand what people didn't like about it, and that's what they clung to. And there were things that I did like about it, especially coming off of the heels of something like the Prime Wars trilogy, and knowing that the Prime Wars trilogy was not that good. So, like, that's kind of how I feel about it. Japanese Transformer shows needs more love. Yes. Headmasters, Master Force, especially Victory. Victory is awesome. I want a Star Saber toy, and I want a Deathsaurus toy, like a real Deathsaurus toy, not just like a repaint of Combiner Wars Skylinks. I want an actual Deathsaurus, full size. Where did that go? Rampage and Depth Charge gift set. Yes, that would be cool. That would be cool. Very, very cool. Some of the comment. I'm sorry if I'm losing some of the comments here because I'm just they're going. It's going so quickly. Do I think they should have had a Thunderwing for Prime Wars? Yeah. I mean, I think he was in the video game, right? There was a video game that came out, and Thunderwing was made for the game. But I would love to see a G1 style Thunderwing. Like, that would be cool. And I would love to, you know what I really would love? If they were to continue the G1 cartoon and adapt Simon Furman's like last 20 issues of the comic book, or 25 issues of the comic book, of the US comic book, into G1 cartoon continuity. So Matrix Quest, give us Thunderwing and the Decepticon Mayhem Squad. Give us Scorponok versus Power Master Optimus Prime. Maybe have Rodimus Prime become the leader again, like that. Make that the ending to Matrix Quest. Like, that would be cool. I need the Quintesson as well. Guilty or innocent? Innocent. I agree. I where is that comment? Where is this one comment? It just scrolled up. It's going too quickly. Hold on. Do I prefer Roddy RC or Roddy? You know where I am on this one? I think RC and Hot Rod had a thing. Springer swung them up. And so, I would like, obviously, like, my wife was an RC fan, so Roddy RC would be my preference. But I've kind of gone with an idea in my own headcanon of introducing Windblade to the mythos, and Windblade, Rodimus after the fact, like, in my own weird headcanon. It's a headcanon. So Kato super chat, if Rodimus Primal were a character in Kingdom, what would you want his alt mode to be? Either a Phoenix or a Griffin, because then you can incorporate the wings as his spoiler and it would be awesome. So if he's a Griffin, he would be a ferocious beast. And if he's a Phoenix, then it's like he's rising from the ashes. Like, it's just kind of a cool concept. So one of those two, I think a Griffin works personally. More than a lion personally. So that's just my own personal opinion out of that one. Feed him to the Sharkticons. I'm going to try and get some back to some of these comments because they're going up a little quickly. Thoughts on a reboot for Unicron Trilogy toy-wise? Toy-wise, I like the idea of incorporating some of the characters into the G1 mythos, since Hasbro's kind of like, they've decided that Transformers is more on the iconic side. And by keeping it iconic means that we're always going to have like Optimus and Bumblebee and Megatron. You can incorporate Beast Wars, but incorporate some of the Armada characters. Bring in, and animated. Bring in Lugnut. Bring in Knockout. Bring in Demolisher. Bring in, I don't know, like some of the characters from the Unicron trilogy, bring them in, but make them, like, bring in Hotshot, but like make them separate, like, characters. Always imagine an episode entitled Return of Rodimus Prime. That would be so awesome. So awesome. Always wanted to see Rodimus Prime, get leadership again. Just, it's not right. Do I feel Ultra Magnus is a character who's not really written fairly? Lately, yeah, I think so. Especially, I mean, in Prime, I liked his character being no nonsense. But yeah, he's not an idiot, like you said. I think Ultra Magnus, I like the idea of Ultra Magnus being a wise soldier that could really give, what's his name? Could really give like Rodimus Prime good advice, but then kind of be like since Ironhide is dead, Ultra Magnus is good as the second in command when Optimus is the leader. So, but I think that he works really well as a field commander or a leader of a troop, but not as the supreme commander. Like that was like the whole idea behind him. What do I think of? I am not a fan of the live action films. I've had my I've had my poor I've had a lot of negative things to say about the live action films. Yeah. Kato is the man. He certainly is. Ethan, thank you very much for the super chat. Do I know Shockwave uses his entire gun arm as a giant club for melee attacks? I didn't know that he did that in the game, but he has used like it for like whacking people. So where did that go? How do I feel about Peter Cullen with the new Netflix series and Bumblebee? I kind of agree. I mean, like, I don't like the fact that they didn't treat they couldn't afford the actors, and I understand that, but like it's like because I'm not a fan of some of the voice talent. Some of the voice talent in the new show is good, but if they were able to bring Peter Cullen and whatnot, they should have. TC seems to be doing combined and re-releases. I would love to see Raiden done as well. Dino King, yeah. I mean, anyone from Victory. Like, if you bring in anyone from Victory, I'm a happy camper. I love Victory. What is the absolute worst Bay redesign? Well, first of all, I'm a hot rod guy, so Rodimus guy. So that to me was like a spit in the face, the French accent and everything. A lot. I don't like Starscream or Megatron. I never liked the designs for them. So kind of like those would be my top ones. Take Magnus's armor and just make him. Yeah. There's a problem with Devastator with a flatbed truck. I don't understand the comment. And I lost my place because it just scrolled up. How's it going there, Transformers 44 fan 444 Transformers. No such thing as character development. Yeah, live action films were not known for character development. G1 had more character development in the live action films. And a lot of people say that G1 doesn't have character development. They were able to get character development for a character that could walk on screen in an episode, say one line, and you know everything you needed to know about that character. And they did it with style in G1. Whereas in the Michael Bay films, all of the Transformers were background characters. Like, for the most part. Like, most of the Transformers were just background characters. Thing about Shockwave's new alt mode. Well, he's still his classic mode in Siege, so just turned upside down. I think that the idea behind these store exclusives is getting ridiculous. It's too much. Way too much. Any underrated Autobots or Decepticons you think should have appeared in the G1 show or movie? Skids. Skids should have, had more showtime, I think. I would have liked to have seen, who else? I would have liked to have seen the Monster Bots done in the G1 cartoon. There's a lot of different characters I wouldn't mind have seen. I would have liked to have seen the Roadbuster and Whirl in the cartoon. Like actually do maybe a cartoon version of the Wreckers, like G1 cartoon, of course. Do I think we'll get the other? I think we are getting the other clone. We are getting both clone packs. So Streak is coming to Walgreens. Yeah. That's which stinks because everyone's going to have to get him. Okay. Worst Energon Kiss players, Bayformers or G2. Sorry for. I mean, Energon was bad storytelling. Kiss players is a bad concept. Bayformers is bad all around. G2 was trying. I mean, the games were great, but they were in the aligned continuity, so it's like there's issues with that, but the games were great. If I could save one character death from the 86 movie, whether they are off screen, well, apparently, from what I understand, what Flint Dilley told me was that if you didn't see a body, they aren't necessarily dead. So, character that's off screen might not count. But if I could save a character from death, Wheeljack. What if Bayverse Hot Rod became Yeah, it would be horrible because Bay doesn't know how to handle characters. There's more to come. I'm not gonna. It's possible he's gonna come back. So, Jazz deserves an update, like badly. That Power of the Primes toy was awful. So yes, he does deserve a new toy. Favorite Transformers animated character. In animated, I really like Bulkhead in animated. Big Lundgren guy. And where did that comment go? I lost the comment. Where is it? Save Wheeljack. Voting for saving Wheeljack. Optimus and Ironhide Ratchet and Wheeljack. Well, Optimus obviously came back. You'll avenge Moonracer and Impactor. G2 could have totally worked as a cartoon in the 90s. That's right. Extreme 90s colors. Extreme. What do you think of Kingdom reveals for PulseCon? I thought it was awesome. I'm a big Beast Wars fan too. I mean, that's where RodimusPrimal came from, is the fact that I'm a Rodimus Prime fan and a Beast Wars fan. So RodimusPrimal, that's where it all came from. Wish they had made better toys based on the War Within designs. Yeah, I mean, Siege did a pretty good job trying to make something Cybertronian and yet not. So I wish they would have done a little bit more, but Last Night is the worst movie. They all are bad. They're all bad. Favorite Armada character? I liked Hotshot and I liked Demolisher. I really liked Demolisher because I loved his character arc coming from Armada into Energon, and when Megatron came to him in Energon was a really good story arc, which is funny because I'm actually praising a storyline in Energon, but Demolisher was really awesome at that moment where he's this symbol meant so much to me. That was a really good story arc for him. So I really, really like Demolisher. Really sad Cheetor is sacrificing his energy to save Cybertron. Ultra Gear. Ultra Gear. What's going on there, Lego? Sorry if I'm losing some comments here, but I'm trying to like catch up with some of the comments. Snowcat. Yeah, Snowcat. Yo, Starscream. A lot of people really love Starscream, but kind of my issue is with is the fact that like Starscream to me should have been that like betraying character, and that's. But I mean, it was a good storyline. But I mean, I like Demolisher a little bit more. Seeing Impactor as a Decepticon was kind of strange. They showed the Autobot. That they got that from. They definitely got that from the IDW comics. Making him a Decepticon first is probably because they went with Megatron and Impactor were in the mines. They saw an oppressed government, and so Megatron decided to start up the Decepticon uprising, and Impactor joined him. So that was like the mindset with that. It was like kind of like something from the IDW comics. To me, I like him being leader of the Wreckers. So that, you know, like that is who he's supposed to be. Siege is basically War Within without the best character. Me, Grimlock, badass. That is true. That is true. Would love to see the concept of Soundwave and Birth addressed. Huh? Are you talking about Sound Blaster? Armada Starscream gave you Beast War Dinobot. Yeah, I could see that. I could see that a little bit. You know, that's a good way of looking. I would say the same thing about Siege Jetfire. Like, very much the same. In fact, Duke To Go and I actually had that conversation talking about the fact that like Jetfire in Siege felt like Dinobot. So if I were a Transformer car, what would I be? Obviously a hot sports car. You do all your reviews in stop motion. It's hard to keep up with the reviews. Yeah, it's because like there's so many toys coming out, and it's like, well, how do you keep up with it all? It's hard. I have a question. Transformers animated, if Optimus Prime became leader of Autobots, would you think they probably would? Like, because that they made Magnus more important than Prime. That was one of the things I didn't like from animated, personally. But they probably would have done that. Whenever I hear Starscream talking animated, I can't help but think of the Ice King. Well, that's because it's Tom Kenny. So, will I remake retrospective videos since of the new continuities? There might be some that I might go back and add to. Or I might make a part 2. You know, like instead of just like make like a retrospective part 2, like point back to the first one, and instead of like re-releasing the whole video, but like, okay, this character showed up in like 7 more continuities, so here are those other 7 continuities of that character, you know, and let's go back to the G1 character while we're at it. So, or if there's something that I can add to the G1 character, maybe I'll go back to it. Something like Rodimus Prime, you know, maybe that might be one that I actually want to go back and do, you know, when Kingdom is all said and done. Agree with Starscream being the best Armada character. Yeah, I could see that. A lot of people really love. Like I said, I understand. I get a lot of people. I liked Demolisher's arc in going from Armada into Energon. You know, him being that like loyal, you know, lackey, and then like, you know, he's like now like whether or not he should return to the Decepticons. I thought that was a great story arc. But Starscream, I mean, it was a good story, really good story. That was the reason why a lot of people really love him. To me, I like that backstabbing Starscream. So why can't we get a reissue of G1 Jetfire? Simple. Macross. Yeah, okay, so that's we're back up there. So where are we? Here we are. Would I like to see a current Windblade? Yes. Yes. The Headmaster one, the paint is scraping on it, and it's not as good of a toy as I wanted it to be. I would like to see a better Windblade toy. What do I think? Well, Spider-Man. So Spider-Man, you know what I think is going to end up happening? They're going to do a Spider-Verse thing, and they're going to have Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield show up, right? Gotta catch 'em all. More RC and less Windblade. Yes, yeah, I agree with that sentiment. More RC. We definitely need to have RC take some more front and center stages. No thanks. No thanks. Leader 1 from Challenge of the GoBots. If you guys ever saw the after the Michael Bay film, which would I prefer to come out for studio series, Sideways or DEFCON? If it's Bayverse, I mean, DEFCON you really can't make a toy of, really. So Sideways probably. Worst Transformers toy line. I mean, Cyberverse's Legends were pretty gimmicky. Armada's toys were bricks and very plasticky. Action Masters was a, cool concept, but not for Transformers. Give us action figures that don't transform. Armada was like all the gimmicks, and then Energon had all the super linking gimmicks. You got a Nintendo Switch? I actually have one right over there. What is my stance on the back of figures? I think that they should look good, like, no matter what. Like, I take a look at this RC figure, and this is the back of her. It's like a giant backpack. But, I understand because it's the limitations of the toy. Yeah, when I reorganized this office, we just put shelves up. This area right here was where I was doing toy reviews. I have a table that's over here, and if you guys just saw any of my toy reviews, the toy reviews were actually on a table right over there, and I actually moved that over here. The computer was right here, and you can see how tight the space was. So I was really in there to try and get a toy review done. And so now this table right here, which I still have to clean, is going to be my toy review shelf. And I actually have a poster board that I'm going to use for a backdrop. And that will be where I can actually do some toy reviews on. So I'll be able to get more toy reviews out just as much as I'll be getting, more videos out. Like that's one of the reasons why I'm actually doing the live stream tonight, is because I wanted to show off the office a little bit, and to talk to you guys. So what about Drift? Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing Drift. We haven't seen a figure out of him in like a G1. Well, because he's an IDW character. So I'm sorry if I'm losing some of the comments here, but like it pops up and then I can't see. Like I end up like missing everything. So if I miss your comment, I'm sorry. So I'll start back up here. Have I been watching horror movies? No, I have not. No, I've not. I've actually been kind of like skipping a lot of that stuff. I don't find enjoyment out of horror flicks as much as I used to. Look forward to Takara. Yeah, I mean the Unicron trilogy figures. I want to see them incorporated. I want to see a G1, like a better hot shot, if you know what I mean. Possible combined Hasbro universe. They kind of need to do it. They need to like understand that their toy lines have become franchises more than just toys. It's the characters as well. Would I like to see a G1 as a live action TV show? That would be pretty cool if the budget allows for it. You know, that would be really cool but then they would need to make it like as exciting as the G1 cartoon was. Some toys are really cool, but where are the worst? Huh? You know something? I'm surprised we haven't seen Lockdown yet, but that might be on purpose. I really wonder if that's on purpose. Prime, Predaking, or Combiner? Absolutely, 100%, straight up Combiner. I like the Predacons. They're awesome. They're vicious. They can, like, they're extremely powerful, and combined even more so. So yeah, definitely Combiner Predaking. Would I love to see G1 Nemesis? Yeah, that would be cool. That would be really cool. And I just lost everybody again. Where are we? Do I think Peter Cullen will play Optimus Prime again? I hope so. I think he will. It's not a new background. I actually moved my computer from over here to here. I got an office that I got a table here that I'm going to be doing toy reviews on, and I put shelving up where my toy review area used to be, which was like shoved in that corner. And I got a new like ring light, so I can actually do like better lighting for those toy reviews. So, if they do a TF6, they better get Peter Cullen and Welker. And the only thing, to me, is theater. Okay, yeah. So if they don't get Peter Cullen and Frank Welker to do Optimus and Megatron, you don't want to see the movie unless it's a Beast Wars movie. Then they got to get Gary Chalk and David Kay. You think Lockdown would be perfect for the Rat Merchant? I agree, 100% agree. Hasbro needs to get together with Squeenix and do a Final Fantasy style. I'm trying my best to keep up with the chat. So if I'm having a difficult time keeping up with everybody, Perceptor, you know, there's a character, and I haven't thought about touching on before, like, as much. I mean, I want to do Blaster. I want to do Prowl. Oh, gee whiz, Prime. Like, yeah, Ironhide is supposed to be that. Like, he is supposed to be that. And he unfortunately is not treated that way. And it stinks, you know? All right, this one right here. You just keep on putting. I hope Gary Chalk returns to do Primal. That would be awesome. Seeing him in the live action Sonic the Hedgehog movie gives me hope. You know what? He probably will. Thanks, Deconverted Man. I appreciate that. If Perceptor was not a microscope, what else do I think? Well, he already had a different alt mode in the Generations line. He transformed into a truck. It was basically like kind of like Snowcat, but not. You know. Have I heard of the Mecha Brave series? I have. And in fact, I actually have a letter from one of my fans. Yeah. Someone actually asked me if I would do the Brave series as a retrospective. But I need to find a way to be able to actually watch it, and then I would be able to give a better opinion on it. So that's kind of like, would I do the Japanese continuity? I can try. I would love to do the Japanese continuity and get into it. I'd love to see Star Saber in action. What if they created Transformers that turned into humans, like Pretenders? You want Peter Cullen to voice Optimus Prime? Yes. Peter Cullen, all the way. Yeah, that's the modern vehicle mode. But you know what? As a microscope, you know what? I think he, like, moving forward, he probably always will be a microscope. I think he should be a triple changing, like from a microscope to a mobile whatever, you know, so he has all three modes. If you know what I mean, hold on. There it is. Am I the only one who wants a G1 movie Ironhide hybrid, G1 personality, colors, and head, but with the arm cannons? I mean, the arm cannons are cool, but everything about the character should still scream G1. It's kind of like the Prime design, but without the glass in front of his face. Wait, is 2022 actually going to be based on G1 design or something like that? We don't know. We don't know. We don't know what the live action film is going to be. 86 destroyed everybody's childhood. How's it going there, Luke Collin? Any comment about this thing of buying stolen figures? Here's my thing about that. I am not happy about the idea that the toys are getting out from the factories to a lot of the reviewers. I know some of the reviewers are fans, some of them are not. And I don't like the idea of people treating toys so poorly and thinking that they're the best of the best. I do like, it's kind of like, it's cool when you see someone who is a fan, but at the same time, I understand the marketability. So I'm kind of like on the fence about it. Like, whereas like, I don't like the idea that fans are not fans, but like, it's stolen product. That's what it is. It's call it what it is. It's stolen product. Hasbro knows it. Hasbro doesn't want it to be stolen product, and they're willing to do something about it. But what can they do? So it's kind of like, have to, like, I don't know if it's like a matter of turning a blind eye or just kind of like not acknowledging it. Like, what do you do? Like, that's really what the problem is there. What are your thoughts on Fall of Cybertron and War? I love the games. The games are great, but I mean, I love Devastation just as much as well. Devastation was actually the first video on this channel, and then Who Became Cyclonus was the first Transformers discussion. So Transformers Devastation was great, and then I did a live stream of Fall of Cybertron. I want to see Lockdown in Bumblebee timeline make him the animated one. Serves nobody. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that would be cool. I like Elita 1. I like the character. I like the G1 character. I like the Siege character was actually really good. Brave series you can watch on Korean dub. So is there a US? I mean, is there an English dub or just pick up Earthrise? He looks good. Don't know if I have him in base. Yeah, like to me, like I'm just gonna go with the G1 modes for him. Dark of the Moon, live action films. Not a fan. The new Optimus Primal transforms into a gorilla. Actually, Optimus Primal. Something? Someone pointed out an image to me that Optimus Primal's Kingdom toy is actually accurate to real gorillas. Go look up an actual gorilla and you'll see that like the chest is the way that it is, and then the bottom half is covered in fur. So yeah, Megatron still transforms into Barney. From our imagination. What's my favorite moment in the original Transformers, the movie? Arise, Rodimus Prime. Gail Geiger is on DVD. Okay. I feel they should have Perceptor transform into a small observatory that is capable of airlocking Gimmick Kingdom. What if Roger Clark... I mean... I guess I'm not familiar with that voice, but Peter Cullen, leaking lubricants. You know the weaponizer gimmick. I'm surprised we have not gotten an Autobot XCon. DEFCON G1 DEFCON needs more love. Police, Brave Police J Decker subbed is available on YouTube. No dub. A subbed is fine. I mean, I'll watch subbed. I do want Transformers to go back to 2D animation. Yes. If you wanted a Cybertronian character that appeared exclusively in Transformers live action films brought into other Transformers media, what would it be? I mean, they were already doing it with Barricade. But Blackout would be another character. Yes. Yes. Rubber Ducky. Thundercracker is the best Seeker. I should do a video on him in Skywarp. I really should. If Peter Cullen can't be Optimus Prime, who would? I would like him to be Ironhide. I absolutely would love him to be Ironhide again. What's your opinion on the new MP scale Thomas Fans Toys? I'm not a Thomas the Tank fan, so I can't give you guys an honest opinion on that. Do you feel the weaponizer gimmick was underutilized in Siege? In the cartoon, yes. Yeah. I think that was because of budget. It's where I think they should have gone with 2D animation and they would have been able to do more. But every time I look into a monitor, Prime, my circuits sizzle. When are we going to start busting Deceptichops? Do you think they should make a show showing the political side of the war, showing more character depth? To a degree. There has to be a limit that allows the characters to have growth, but doesn't get too preachy. You know? Because you got to focus on the action. And that's something that a lot of shows now, they want the drama, they don't want the action. Or they want the action and not the drama and not the story. Or it's either too dark or it's too silly. It's like there needs to be a balance. And G1 has the best balance, I think, of storytelling, in my personal opinion. I wonder what Skylinks would look like in live action. What was it? Dragonstorm, I think is his name. The 12 Knight combiner. It's pretty much your Skylinks right there. Yeah, for a brief cameo appearance, but that's about it. Want them to the entire Transformers series in professional. That would be pretty funny if they did that. What was it? Thunderwing or Bludgeon. So I should talk about Thunderwing or Bludgeon. That might be a couple of. I would probably need to do Pretenders as an overview and then get into the individual characters. Cool. Yes. If I could have a beast mode, Griffin or a Phoenix. Do I think Ironwork is Omega Supreme's weaponizer? I don't think it was meant for that purpose. It's a Micromaster base. Do you any other robot franchises besides? Okay, so other robot franchises that I've watched. I've seen the original Mobile Suit Gundam series. I've seen Robotech growing up, Voltron. Gundam, I was introduced, like many Americans, by Gundam Wing. And then I've seen Mobile Suit Gundam after the fact. And then, to me, Death Scythe Hell is my favorite Gundam. Death Scythe Hell Custom. Yeah, the one in the Endless Waltz OVA. And I've seen a lot of mecha shows. So, but I mean, it's a matter of like when you've seen so many of them, it's like, do you get it's kind of hard to get as excited for more mecha. It's kind of tough, but I mean, I do watch a lot of different like types of shows out there. Hilarious if that would be hilarious. Okay. Death Scythe Hell, best Gundam Wing, yes. Endless Waltz was good. Voltron, and I loved the Netflix show for Voltron just as much as the original, and I like Go Lion as well. So, do I want to see a continuation? Yes, 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 yes. More. I want episodes 99 through 200. You know, like give us 102 more episodes of G1. Give us make a season that takes place between season 2 and the movie. Give us a season that takes place on, with the 87, 88 bots. Give us the even give us like the later half 89, 90 bots, and give us even G2. I'd love to see that. Windblade retrospective, might not be a bad idea, especially now that Cyberverse is finished. So, Devastation was a fun game. Really, really fun game. Always preferred mobile G Gundam over Wing. Yeah. G Gundam was like ridiculous. Was totally ridiculous, but it was fun. But I loved Wing. I think, what I loved about Wing? I think it was like, I liked the idea behind like various different Gundams, and like they all have like these operations to handle. And Duo is my favorite of all the mobile suit pilots. So do I think Hasbro will actually try a Hasbro verse of sorts? I think they're going to try. Halo and Transformers. I could see it. It depends upon what characters are involved in it. Think WFC should have a new Dreadwing. Yes. Yeah. Because I mean the Combiner Wars one was okay, but I want a full size Dreadwind and Blackwing, like make them a little bit bigger, like Voyager scale each of them, and they combine into that full Dreadwing mode and make them both have their Power Masters. That would be cool. Very, very cool. So yeah. WFC should have a new Dreadwing. What if Cybertron and G1 had a crossover? I mean, Unicron trilogy, make that part of the Crisis on Infinite Cybertrons. Any particular opinion on Neon Genesis Evangelion? So here is I don't know the lyrics, so I'm just gonna hum it. Da 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 da. Da, 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 da. That was a mind twister. The East is burning red. I don't understand that reference. Okay, I think I lost that there. Do I think anyone should make a micro-sized version of major characters to be in scale with Devastator like they're doing with Unicron? Yes and no. I mean, smaller bots can get eaten up and stuff. What's going on there, Pokey T Gaming? Da 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 da. Oh, okay. Yeah. It's been so long since I've seen G Gundam. So, like, I don't remember a lot of the catchphrases in the show. Indeed, he is. All right. So, kind of want a G1 inspired blackout. Yes. Yeah. I agree. Totally agree. Our worlds are in danger. Yeah, it's a mind twister, all right. Especially End of Evangelion, if you've seen it. You got a mint G1 hardhead. Cool. Very cool. Oh, you didn't like Neon Genesis Evangelion? Oh, come on now. Now that's a mecha anime that like Menasor or Voltron Vehicle Force? Voltron Vehicle Force. They are. They are. You know, they have their, you know, things. Avon would be better minus the sacrilege. Yeah, I understand. They actually did it in for the imagery. It was about the imagery and not anything else. So all of the imagery that you see in Evangelion is because of the imagery. It looked like it's foreign to Japanese people. So they utilized the fact that it was foreign to them to make it like something cool. Especially End of Evangelion, although it had lasting effects, especially those last two episodes. That was like, am I an Autobot or a Maximal? I would say I'm an Autobot who is still full size, who went through the Maximal upgrade process. G1 Japan theme. I don't know the actual, or I think it's like dash 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 transformer. That's Transformers 2010. If I remember the Japanese Transformers 2010 theme, and then of course Headmasters is like what was the battle theme in Headmasters was dun 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 dun. We need more throttle bots. Maybe I should do a retrospective on the throttle bots, and maybe that'll get them to make the throttle bots. Okay, so while we're at this point, because everybody, I've been trying to keep up with the chat, and I think I've been doing a good job at it. But now let's start talking about the next Transformers video that I want to do. I've got a lot of ideas, so let me just get a little bit of water, and we can talk about this. So the next Transformers discussion video. I've got a lot of ideas. One idea that I wanted to do, and I'm still doing the research for, is faceplates on Transformers. So whether or not it's a moving mouth, whether or not it's the metal that moves, or whether or not it's the I am Optimus Prime, or if it's I'm Optimus Prime, I'm going to go into battle now. And then the next episode, I'm going to go into battle and I'm going to keep the faceplate out here. To me, like I'm a fan of Optimus Prime having the faceplate always, and that it goes up and down like it did in G1. I think that we don't need the throttle bots. Too much page time. It was hard for them to do it. Prime don't have a mouth. You know, Optimus Prime is always supposed to have his mouth, but then you get some characters who had a mouth in their original toy, like, or they had a faceplate in the original toy, but then they had a mouth. Yeah, they made movie Optimus Prime into Optimus Primal. Well, I mean, with the faceplate, yeah. That's one idea. Another thing I've been wanting to do, I wanted to do a smokescreen, a prowl. I wanted to do, smokescreen, prowl, Thundercracker, Skywarp. I wanted to do some of the mini bots, you know, besides Bumblebee and Cliffjumper, for retrospectives. I wanted to do a Windblade. I wouldn't mind doing, now that I've done females and I've done RC, you know, doing maybe, I want to wait on Alita 1. And the reason why is because I think I don't know for sure, but I think she's going to show up in Earthrise. And I don't want to like have her, you know, I don't want to like do a video and make it like, I don't want to make it like outdated. To me, Optimus Prime should always have his faceplate. And if he doesn't have his faceplate always on, it's stupid. Like completely stupid, and doesn't look right. It never looked right. It doesn't look right, and it will never look right. Optimus Prime should always have his faceplate on. Always. Like always. And it should go up and down. The retractable thing is stupid. And what I hate about the retractable thing the most is that once you start doing the retractable thing, then the faceplate is temporary and it isn't always used. Like in Prime, in Michael Bay's Transformers, in so many different Transformer series, he used it less and less. He had his mouth more than he had it with the faceplate. And the faceplate should be going up and down when he talks. You know? And I know in the first Bay film, they kind of had it go up and down a little bit. But I mean, even in Siege, they didn't have the mouth plate going up and down. Yeah, his faceplate is his mouth. Right, exactly. Am I having trouble getting the Earthrise Netflix figures? Yes, because my Walmart stinks and they don't stock anything. So if there are any Walmart exclusives out there, I don't find them. I just don't. They aren't in stores. Like my local stores do not stock the Walmart, like the Netflix toys at all. Like at all. They don't stock G1 reissues. They don't stock anything. My Target has not seen the Thundercracker and Skywarp 2-pack at all. At all. And it sucks. And it literally sucks. So, you know, your Walmart has them. Faceplate on Rodimus Prime. No. Didn't like it in Prime Wars. I felt it was wrong. And you know what? Also, if you guys don't already know, my Teespring store, I actually have an Optimus Prime face mask. So, so if you guys want an Optimus Prime face mask, I made one for Teespring for you. You know, if anybody wants one, you have a hot links. Someone actually got me a hot link, and I was very happy about that because someone who lives out in Cherry Hill was kind enough to send me one. But my Megatron is like perfect. Like I have to, if you have seen pictures of my Instagram, I have pictures of my Megatron and he's perfect now. So curious what we'll see. Kingdom Wheeljack looks fine. It looks somewhat like his. Yeah, I mean, I have. If you guys saw my review for Wheeljack, the toy, you know, I really love the Earthrise Wheeljack toy. From my understanding, right now the second wave of Earthrise is out. People are finding the Quintesson. People are finding Smokescreen. So my first ever Transformers toys, my first two were Bumblebee and Cliffjumper. So those are my first two. And then I got Starscream, and then Grimlock. And then my collection just grew on from there. Is Target better to shop at than Walmart? Yes. Yes. As a store, like finding stuff. Bitstream, DEFCON, and Ricochet are the 4 horsemen of security. Maybe I should do videos. I mean, I did the Seeker video, but maybe Ricochet. Or Stepper, as he's known. So that's what I'm pretty much trying to do right now. Is I'm trying to ask you guys, what do you guys think that I should do for my next Transformers discussion video? What do you guys? What is your guys' thoughts? Because the faceplate one is definitely one that's on my mind. We need Kung Fu grip, and I love that. Van Damme. I know it's from a different movie, but I'm gonna get on my boat, and I'm going to kick that son of a bison's so hard that the next bison wannabe is gonna feel it. Now, who wants to go home, and who wants to go with me? Don't forget Energon and Protoforms. Yeah, not just Energon the show, but Energon in of itself and Protoforms themselves. Yeah. Prowl, second in command. I should do a Prowl one. Star Saber is definitely on my list. Love to see a retrospective on Moonracer. Yes, I know. My wife is definitely a... Well, the thing is it would be on Sideways as a whole as a character. So it's not just Armada Sideways. It's like Sideways as a character. There you go. Yep. Street Fighter. That's where I got that from. Dreadwing and Darkwing. Well, you know what? I did Jinrai, which was the Power Master Optimus Prime video. So yeah, maybe doing Dreadwing. I probably also have to do Power Masters in and of itself. Yeah. They're already doing My Little Pony, so if they're going to do if they've already maybe a sequel to the My Little Pony comic, and from what I understand, people are big fans of it. I'm not a My Little Pony fan. My wife is, so it'll be kind of neat. Yeah. Well, they already have. They have used Deathsaurus before, so reboot discussion video. Like how many times Transformers reboot? Deathsaurus retrospective. Deathsaurus, Overlord, Star Saber, Shattered Glass. I gotta read more into Shattered Glass before I do, because I would need to crack down all. Well, the Power of the Primes one is the Netflix one is more proportionate to the G1 cartoon. Well, the third faction right now is the Mercenary faction. Scorponok or Bludgeon. So Scorponok, Bludgeon, Thunderwing. Thunderwing is just so awesome. Yeah, Sentinel Prime. Will I review Ideal? I probably will. Pretenders overview. Yeah. You know what? Maybe I should do something on the Pretenders. But I need to do Headmasters and Target Masters and yeah. All right. Giggity. Funniest character in Cybertron? I don't know, maybe Ransack and Crumple Zone? Thunderblast. Thunderblast was hilarious. I wish Hasbro had made Star Saber for. Yeah. V Victory, Transformer victory. Skylinks deserved the Transformers Toy of the Year. Yeah, I think so. He looks like a great toy. All right. You're welcome. And I think, hold on. Prime RC. To me, she's Chromia. You know, I look at her more as Chromia in attitude and in. A lot of people want me to do something on the Primes. Transformers Prime Optimus is cool. I mean, it's a good design. Like, it's what Michael Bay's Transformers design should have been. And I actually already did one, but I honestly should do a part 2 of it as a hot rod retrospective. Like, I did Rodimus Prime, and I should do a hot rod retrospective as like a part 2. So, where are we here? I'm got the V. So yeah, Transformers victory. Thunder Blast is annoying. I thought her character was just hilarious, just because of how stupid the concept is, but it was just a funny character. No, I don't think it is. I think it's a fine size. I need to see more pictures of it. Will I make a video on Power of the Primes? Why Rodimus Prime have any power? Seacons, there would be something I can do. Wouldn't necessarily have to be that long. I've not yet done a video on Warpath, but his new toy is coming, so. Thoughts on the Rid 2000 series? You know what? I like that series. I did. Skybite, X-Brawn, yeah. Prowl and Sideburn, and you know, that Neil Kaplan was a pretty good Optimus Prime, I will say. Star Wars crossover retrospective? Well, it's kind of hard because there's not much. Headmasters in general. I have it on order. I have it on order. So yeah, I am getting the DeLorean Transformer. Absolutely. Car Robots is the best theme song. The Japanese one, I'll have to rewatch it again because I don't remember the tune to that. There's an idea. Especially considering that Bumblebee, and then they made Cheetor, and then they made Hotshot. And Hotshot was originally supposed to be Bumblebee, but they lost the name of the trademark. Favorite part of the Unicron trilogy? I would say the Unicron battles and maybe the first 10 episodes of Energon. And that would be it for the Unicron trilogy. And then Cybertron had good moments, but then it got really boring really fast. But I mean, like, Cybertron, it played up everything that was wrong with the Unicron trilogy as a whole, and then tried to make it better. But I would say the final battle, the final battle of Optimus versus Galvatron was really good. And that's, you know, where the Unicron trilogy just, you know, it falls flat for me. And especially with the toy line, because the toy line didn't feel like it was Transformers anymore. Because they weren't turning into cars. They were turning into like futuristic, weird, gimmicky cars, if you understand what I mean. I did not order the Top Gun Transformer. It didn't appeal to me. Although, you know what the Top Gun Transformer reminds me of? If they gave him a different head, Skyjack And Skyjack from the GoBots. Yeah, he looks like a GoBot. Unicronian Decepticon Seekers. So maybe a little bit. I mean, it's not the Seeker design. G1. Always G1. I mean, I would have to go back and redo that video. I did one, but it needs work. That would be cool. I mean, yeah, I know we're getting more of that stuff. Beast Machine's characters need masterpiece treatment. that's impossible. Juicy. He's only in one show, though. They haven't even given him another toy since then, unfortunately. I do intend to do the other combiners. So when I actually do them. How's it going there? See if I can catch back up to it. Collecting the Energon line at the moment since I finished the Armada line earlier this year and a complete Energon. Yeah, the Armada toy line was not as good as a lot of people make it out to be. I was not a big fan of the Armada toy line. Oh, speaking of toy lines, I don't know if you guys saw my customized cliff jumper, but Gray Legs, he's got his glass gas gun now from the pack. He's got black shoulders. So this is my Earthrise cliff jumper. Got an Autobot symbol and Toy Hacks labels to give him that that flair that he has. And he even has, I think you can kind of see it here, the turbo. If you actually want to see photos of this, like check out my Instagram. And I think I have photos of this, of the, but he does have the glass gas gun that came with the accessory pack. So it's kind of neat to come with that. Metal Hawk, yeah, that would be a good character to talk about. So, do an impression of movie Jetfire yelling at everyone. Not a big fan of that. We're being sucked into it. Okay, Autobots. The Decepticons are coming this way. Overlord is a psycho in IDW. I know. I've heard. I've only seen clips of the Ultraman series, I'll admit. And as a fan of Godzilla, you guys know I am a fan of Godzilla. But I have not seen the Ultraman series as a whole. I recently watched a lot of the Gamera movies. So, can I do a New York accent? What are you talking about here? Yeah, it's, I mean, or if you want me to talk like my mother, who's from Brooklyn, well, what are you gonna do? I mean, I'm not as pronounced as like people who live in New York currently, but or my mother. But I mean, I live in Jersey, so dream. Yeah, but that was because of Pat Lee. That was all because of Pat Lee. G1 cartoon had the best voice cast of any tune. I'll agree with that one. A little tacky. It's kind of hard to do his we're all gonna die. Impactor. Yeah, I would say so. Definitely agree with you there. I got to see images of it. Got to see images of it. Kiryu versus MG2 versus Space Alien Mechagodzilla. I really love the design on the original Mechagodzilla. The whole and shooting missiles out of his hands. The Heisei Godzilla, Mechagodzilla looks like a Power Rangers version of Godzilla, if that makes any sense. And Kiryu is cool, but like doesn't have many, like it's too weak. I love the original Mechagodzilla. Season. Well, I want to do like something on the cartoon and what caused the cartoon to end and why it was popular and how you should watch it and whatnot. Do a proper Megatron retrospective. I could point everybody back to my weapon one, and then how many Mechagodzilla? I mean, how many Optimus Mechagodzilla? I'm thinking about Mechagodzilla. How many Optimus Prime figures do I own? Let's see. I have a G1 reissue. I have a G2. I have because it's Prime, not Primal, right? So we're going to count Robots in Disguise Optimus, Spy Changer Optimus, then you have Armada, the Armada smaller one that doesn't combine with this trailer. Then there's the Energon one, the Cybertron one. I have the Cybertron one. I have just the base robot of the Galaxy Force Optimus. Let's see. Yeah, I have, you can kind of see him in the background there. That's my Earthrise one. I have the Siege one. I have the Classics one. I have, and that's, yeah, I think that's all my Optimuses that I have. My arms are too short. Old timer. That's something you'll never be if you don't get back to the city. Save it, Cup. Let's burn rubber. Yeah. Cup retrospective is a great idea. Battle Convoy remake. Well, yeah, they actually, because they Battle Convoy, they're doing the Diaclone line again, right? So is there a Latin Transformers? Not that I know of. Which Kingdom figures? There's a lot of Kingdom figures I would like to get. Just looking at what's already out there. On. I like them both. He can be. He is actually stronger than people make him out to be. Two days from retirement. It's going to be hard to do impressions of each of the individual ones. Do something about Double Dealer. Yeah, I could do something about him. He's going to show up in the new cartoon, so it's like, should I wait until after Earthrise? I want an official announcement before I build up my excitement for it. But if they are doing it, great. I want it. I was going there, Scary Dave. G2 Prime mold. Oh yeah. I have Scourge. Like the Robots in Disguise Scourge. But I don't have Laser Prime. This is telling me I need to wrap it things up a little bit because I've been on for an hour and 40 minutes. So let's write some of these ideas down that we've talked about, shall we? So let's see. I'm gonna whip out my pen and paper. And so prime faceplate. People want Star Saber, Deathsaurus, Pretenders, Multi-Changers, Star Saber. I do not have a Discord. Perceptor, yeah. Elita 1, yep. Pretender. Prowl, Blue Streak. Oh, no, I already did Blue Streak. Smokescreen. Thundercracker. Skywarp. First person to super chat $100 gets to pick the next retrospective. Good idea. Target Masters. Headmasters and Target Masters. Danny DeVito. Who is the best Seeker? I mean, everyone's going to say Starscream, but I really like Skywarp. Fortress Maximus. There's one to do. Hoist and grapple. Oh, God. Which Billy? In the words of your mom. You should do Springer. My mom loves Springer, by the way. My mom loves Han Solo, and my mom loves Springer. Ah, Harrison Ford. So, so the episode Hoist Goes to Hollywood is a lampoon of Michael Bay's Transformers. 20 years before, or 22 years before Michael Bay made a Transformers movie. So, yes, everybody should watch the episode Hoist Goes to Hollywood and tell me that that's not straight up what Michael Bay was thinking. Like, that director was clearly Michael Bay. We'll just work it into the picture. Skywarp's cool, but he's a dope. Six Shot. Yeah, there's a character to do. Certainly. Scourge Sweeps. Yeah, that's one to do too. G1 predicted Bayverse with Hoist Goes to Hollywood. Yep. We'll just work it into the picture. Oh, these will be your masks. Like, I mean, really, honestly, think about it. Like, and then the actors being as, like, prima donnas as they are. Oh. Oh. All right, so it's October, and I want to do at least one more Transformers video, and then I want to do one specifically for Halloween. Is there anyone in particular that you guys would like to see me cover as a Halloween-esque topic? Now you know why Bay's Transformers faces look like alien masks. Yeah. Always goes to Hollywood. Bludgeon. Yeah, Bludgeon. I could once I think once I cover them, the Terracons could be another one for sure. Yeah, Terracons could be definitely for one. Yeah. I mean, the only thing is that like it's been covered recently, so Monstructor. Yeah. I mean, because I did the Insecticons last year, right? And I did the Insecticons with the creepy Insecticons. Everyone's saying to do the Terracons for Halloween. If Cybertron be your home, far away, never roam. A tarantulas. Yeah. Zombie cons. So that's the thing is like if you want to do zombies or the Sparkless for Halloween, it's kind of like where was it? Huh. Interesting. Starscream's Ghost again. Yeah, that's right. I did Starscream's Ghost, I think, around for Halloween. And I did Optimus. How did Optimus Prime come back and like zombie Optimus? And I did the Prime Terracons. The thing is I would also have to cover the G1 Terracons. So do the Junkyard or the Junkions. Grimzeek! I was going there. Oh, Mega Maximus. You're back again. Punch, counter punch. I'm just trying to think like what would be a good Sharkticons. There you go. There's an idea. Especially the one named Gnaw. And I have to like the dun 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 dun. I already did an Ultra Magnus retrospective. I actually already did one. Shark Week. Yes, Punch. She has requested me that I do punch and counter punch forever. Scorched, like dead version of G2 Prime. I did a Quintesson video that does need to be redone, and I know a lot of people don't like the fact that I've redone videos. So, but then again, I mean, the ones that I've done a real good one. Adult jokes in G1. Chromia. Yeah. Kind of cover her a little bit. I will eventually get to them. I did do an A-Team intro of the Combaticons. Why do I do redo videos? Okay. My older discussion videos are like dated, because if you listen to this microphone, it's a lot more professional. It sounds better. I have a filters that I use for it, and it sounds good. But if you listen to my older ones, I was using a really bad microphone, and it sounds horrible. On top of that, some of the information is outdated or needs to be tweaked. And I've gotten better at video editing. So I went back and I redid some videos to make them better. I mean, I redone Who Became Cyclonus like 3 times. But that's because of copyright claims too. But I also redid Rumble and Frenzy. I redid the Constructicons video. I redid what's it called? Who was it? I redid the old, like when I first moved into this house, when we first got this house, I redid Ultra Magnus, Shockwave, Jetfire, Dion, and I redid and Who Became Cyclones at the same time. And I redid, the reason why I did was because because we were moving, I didn't have I couldn't focus on making new content. And so I made what's it called? I made redos of those videos to make them better, to make better videos, because they're also, the idea is that they're evergreen content. You can watch them at any time. So that would be the reason why I've redone them. Now, my motive to make to make my videos is because I love the franchise of Transformers. My initial concept of the idea of this channel was that I was making videos to cover continuity errors within the Transformers universe, specifically in the G1 cartoon. But as the videos I started making more videos, it grew. So, and that would be the reason why, what motivates me is because, now it's remastered Rodimus Prime. Here's the thing. Do I redo it or do I make a sequel to it? Vampire Hate Plague. Yeah. That's an idea. The Hate Plague. Mm-hmm. Arachnid is another character. Unicron retrospective. I could do a one on him. He would be pretty big though, because he's like the main villain of everything. Yes. Huge difference. Like ultra, super, mega. Big difference. The Wreckers, that would be a good topic to cover. Special abilities. Yeah. On the individual. Skids. I know you would say skids, but skids, yeah. Come on, where is it? I'm trying to actually. What we're talking about is possible ideas for the next Transformers retrospectives and discussion videos, and also especially considering that Halloween is coming up, and kind of I kind of want to make it a tradition to do like a Halloween video and a Christmas video every year. Well, I can do the Combaticons is something that is on my list. So is the aerial bots and the Predacons and the Terracons and the Seacons and the Technobots and the Throttle bots and the Battle Chargers and the Monster bots and the Dino Force, Ratbat, Mindwiper, Fangry. Ratbat, an idea. And the Monster Cons or the Monster Bot or Monstructor. 13 Primes is another idea. I think I've written down multiple times. On the Titans. Yeah. I mean that's the thing. Is like I can do a video on it. I would feel like I would, you know what? Because the Terracons just announced the new toy, and that might be a bad idea, all things considered. Friend, light, friend, dark, I am hurt. Five Faces of Darkness. I mean, that's kind of like the whole thing with the Primus and the Quintessons thing. Do a video on hating the Bayverse. Or maybe I should try and pull some polish out of, like, here are things that, like, I rag on on Bayformers a lot. But here is the things that I actually don't mind in Bayformers. Gotta catch 'em all. Pokemon Transformers. Trailbreaker does deserve to get a retrospective soon enough, for sure. When the Dinobots combined. Well, I mean, I did a Dinobot retrospective, and I want to do a Grimlock centric video. But I probably would want to redo that Dinobots video as a whole. Hound is a character I definitely have on my list. Gears as well. Gears is definitely on my list. Yeah, so we're getting quite a bit of names, and, like, you know, we're throwing a lot of stuff out. And I think I have some ideas. You know, it's not that I don't have ideas, it's that it's focusing in on figuring out what you guys would really want and what would work as a good video. You know what I mean? Like, that's the thing. Like, if I can literally just, I mean, if I just pumped content out, it wouldn't be so good. I want my videos to be good. So that's why I take so long to write a script. That's why it takes so long to get a video out sometimes, is because I really want the videos to be good. So, you know, yeah, community vote. You know, my patrons and my channel members are are pretty good also at giving me some ideas too. So, and so are super chats and all that kind of fun stuff. But I am taking ideas from everybody. Anyhow, G.I. Joe and Transformers is on the list. I don't talk politics. Yeah, and Duke To Go is whenever I need to get my grammar correct between my wife and Duke To Go, I always, you know, hey, is this script working all right? I already did a Nemesis Prime retrospective. Definitely should check that out if you haven't already. I don't Sunder. That's the ongoing question right now. That is the ongoing question right now. As far as live action films is concerned, Blaster is on the list. Windblade is on the list. I'm in my late 30s. Daniel's mother was Carly Witwicky, or she was just Carly in the first and second season, and then they got married, and Daniel and Spike had a kid named Daniel. Yep. Well, I want to do the Headmasters for sure. Hector Ramirez. I know you've been saying it quite a bit there, but you know, Hector Ramirez. So, all right. So I got, like I said, I got a lot of ideas down. We've been chatting for a while, guys, and it's always been a lot of fun, you know, talking to everybody and hearing your guys' perspective and hearing what you guys are thinking. Because the thing is like, you know, as much as I can come up with ideas and as much as I can write a script, I love connecting with you guys. So, you know, I mean, I don't have a Discord, but I have a Facebook, I have a Twitter, I have an Instagram. And I usually let my patrons and my channel members know what script, you know, I've already written and then I'm working on the next, you know, Transformers discussion video. So I can make the next video. So my wife has still been asking me to do punch and counter punch. I know that's going to be I'm going to have to try and make that a goal for 2020 to do punch and counter punch, especially since he's now in Secrets and Lies. So I'm going to have to do, you know, maybe do a video on him. But I've got a lot of ideas written down, a lot of G1 bots, a lot of different characters. If you guys want to know what my top 5, you know, characters that I want to see toys made out of, and some of them are getting made, you can see that list. You know, as you guys know, I don't talk politics on the channel. But Linkin Park, as far as an actor is, you know, I mean, Linkin Park as a band, I like quite a few of their songs. But they're usually, I think their first 2 albums, you know, after that, they kind of, it wasn't as good as it used to be. A lot of Transformers YouTubes. Yeah, a lot of us Transformers YouTubers are, you know, do try to communicate with one another. We usually bounce ideas off each other as well. So, and you'll probably see me appear on other Transformers videos too. Like Sean Hawkins is who's the voice actor for Mirage, is actually doing a he is actually doing a YouTube channel called Transformers Trivia, and I will be appearing on that. I do know Patriot Prime. Patriot Prime has been on this channel, and I've been on, you know, that. Welcome, Eastman777. So, toy reviewers, I'm friends with the Rejecticons, or at least friendly enough with them that I do kind of consider them friends. Same thing with Patriot Prime. T-Fan Page 101, Fire Brothers. You know, I've gotten in contact with Random Black Gamer, H&E Games. I'm sure I'm going to miss a lot of names, but I do talk to, you know, others. But other than that, I know some probably don't acknowledge my existence. Like, I'm not going to name any names, but there are some Transformers channels that don't acknowledge me. Jobby the Hung, I've seen quite a few of his videos. I don't watch like everything he puts out because, you know, usually he'll post a video when like I can't watch it with my kids. So like, not like if my kids are around, I can't, like with language, I can't like I won't be. Johnny Flash, I've seen quite a bit of few of his stuff. Of course, I know Diamond Bolt was in my you know, was in my Dinobots video. A Wreckers retrospective I should do. But I'm trying to wind this down. So I'm trying to, like, you know, Paper Plane, I've you know, talked to a little bit here and there. 6-0 I've talked to a little bit. McFeely, the only communication I've ever had with McFeely has been from the fact that he and I have made videos around the same time, coincidentally. Yeah, I know. It's been winding down for the last half hour. I'm trying to here, guys. I'm trying. Emgo, I've never been in contact with, but I have watched a few of his videos. But anyway, guys, so I've been talking and talking and talking here, and my throat is getting tired. So I'm going to wind this up, guys. It's been fun. You guys have a good Sunday night. And I will see you guys either next stream or next Transformers video, either whether it be a news video or whatever. And as always, guys, until next time, till all are one.